Good morning. I just got up and it's Sunday, April 19th? Yep, Sunday, April 19th, and I'm going to show you what it's like in my life on a Sunday in quarantine. Sundays are usually one of my favorite days. And the first thing about Sundays is that I get up whenever I want. I don't set an alarm. It's just whenever my body wakes up, that is when I get up. And today my body woke me up at 8 o'clock. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is check my Snapchat, maybe watch one motivational YouTube video, and then I'll check in with you once I'm actually out of bed. So I hope you grab coffee and enjoy this relaxing Sunday with me.
Every Sunday, I like to watch my church's sermon and just take notes and reflect on where I am and where I'd like to be. I find this to be a really mindful practice for Sunday, and I would also encourage you to come up with some sort of mindful practice for your Sunday as well, to just set you up for the week ahead. During these unsure times, it can be really easy to get in our heads and get overwhelmed, and so spending time with yourself or with God if you're religious can be really helpful to help clear your mind. After I watch church on Sundays, the next step in my mindful practice is reading this self-help book called You Are a Badass by Jensen Siro. I've read this book before and I loved it, and I'm just reading it again, and I have a little small notebook in case I want to take any notes, but I just read one chapter every Sunday to just, once again, set me up for the week and allow me to reflect. Then I wrote a letter back to my best friend Rachel, because having a mindful Sunday isn't just about you, it's about being mindful of what you can do for others. So I like to write a letter or draw a picture or send something nice for someone every Sunday. I've been doing this since the beginning of quarantine, and I have to say it's definitely helped me feel more connected with my friends, and honestly, it's just made me feel better about myself as well. And with the conclusion of writing that letter also came the conclusion of my mindful morning. I then decided to step into some homework, because homework never stops, not even on the weekend. So the first thing I was working on here was some jazz homework. I had to read a few chapters from the jazz textbook and then summarize them in a few paragraphs. For jazz, I also had to learn, perform, and upload a few jazz dance combinations.
Okay, I've spent the last hour, possibly more, working on all of the jazz combinations and then recording them. Now I'm uploading them as private YouTube videos. Then I download them onto my computer because my internet is so slow that my iPad won't actually send files, but somehow it will upload them to YouTube. So I have to upload them as private videos, then download them, and then put them all together in iMovie because there's like 4 different clips that need to become one video, and then I need to upload that assignment. It's complicated. Also, the jazz combinations were complicated. We learned them on the right side, and then for like our actual assignment we had to do them on the left side, and that is something I am so bad at, is translating quickly from right to left. And yeah, it was a struggle, but we did it. Not well, but we did it. I'll show you a little clip of one of the jazz things I did. It's now 2:40 and I just finished uploading all of my jazz videos and finishing my homework, and I've been so caught up with all of that that I haven't eaten any lunch. Mind you, I did have breakfast at 10:30, so it was kind of more like brunch, but I'm definitely hungry and can't make it through till dinner, so I'm going to find some sort of something to make for a lunch. And then I have to read Oedipus Rex for my production and design class, so that is going to be my next thing on my list of things to do. Plot twist, my mom is about to go on a bike ride, and I really want to go on a bike ride today, so I'm actually going to go with her right after I finish this, and then I'll go pick up and do my homework again. I was planning on doing a workout later today anyway, so it's not like my plans have really changed. I've just switched when I'm going to do what. I got my 10,000 steps for today because after my bike workout, I went for a walk just kind of around our property until I got my 10,000 steps, and I'm actually at 10,821, so almost at 11,000 steps, which is exciting. Alright folks, so I just finished eating dinner. We had sweet potato bowls, so I had sweet potato, black beans, salsa, onions, green onions, black olives in mine. It was so good. And I had a Dove little dark chocolate. It was a mint one. Such a good dinner. And now I'm going to read Oedipus Rex, which is like the last thing I want to do, but I should really do homework for a few hours at least. So I'm going to try to, push through with that. Wish me luck. I am done refreshing myself on the plot of Oedipus Rex. I also made myself a hot chocolate and then I brushed my teeth because obviously like the aftertaste of hot chocolate, not my favorite. So I'm basically ready for bed. Now I could definitely do more homework until 9 o'clock when I call my boyfriend, because I always call him at either 9 or 9:30 every night. But I honestly just don't have any motivation to do homework. So instead, what I think I'm going to do is make my weekly schedule so that way I can be on track throughout the whole week, because I don't have any pressing assignments. And then after I make my schedule, I'm going to read until 9 o'clock when I call Drew, and I'm going to read To All the Boys I've Loved Before. This is the book that I'm currently reading. Honestly, I thought the movie was really cheesy, and I like the movie better than I like the book. But it's not bad enough that I'm like not reading it. I've been reading it for like 4 days, and I'm over halfway through it, so it's not that bad by any means. I just kind of wanted one of those books that you don't have to think about while you read. You can just read it and it's easy because I just finished The Circle, which made me think a lot, actually. And then before that, I was reading Little Women. And after this one, I'm moving on to Jane Eyre. So I was like, I need something in between these like books that make me think a lot where I can just kind of relax and read it. So I probably will finish this on like Tuesday. Because I tend to read quite a bit, and it's not that small of like print or anything, so hopefully I'll finish this soon, and then I'll get to move on to Jane Eyre. A final note, if you're wondering, I love using the app Notion. You can make a lot of lists, but you can also make numbered things. You just have so many options, so I really like Notion for making lists, and I would highly recommend it. It's free, and if you want to see what the icon looks like, it looks like this. It's a great app. I would highly recommend it. As you can see, I've now made my whole schedule. I started by doing a list of things to do this week, of to-dos, so I can just check them off, and that's going to be really satisfying. And then I made a schedule of like, they're like either 15-minute or 30-minute intervals. A few of them are like an hour, but basically I planned out every minute of the day, which sounds kind of crazy, but sometimes when I just really want to be productive, that is what I do. So that is what I've got for tomorrow. I am ready for a productive Monday. I think I'm also going to pick out my outfit for Monday, which is also something I do when I really want to be productive. And then I get to hop into bed and do my Duolingo and read. So that's really exciting. I'm gonna finish my night by watching the newest episode of Some Good News. So good night, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!